This is a Cinedy review, supported by B&H and CVP.
Hi guys, let's take a look at this new phone. That's the new Sony Xperia Pro. Now, the Pro in this phone might sound familiar from the iPhone Pro, which is not really a professional phone for professionals like us, like filmmakers and photographers. But this one really is targeted at photographers and filmmakers, and it probably does the Pro better justice. However, it costs a professional price as well. It's $2,500 for a smartphone, and that is, even for Apple standards, that's enormous. Now, what do you get for it? Well, the cameras inside it are the same as from the Xperia 1 Mark II, which is a lot cheaper than this. But on top of that, it is in a different kind of casing, which is, it seems more durable. But the big feature of this one is you can use it as a monitor for your cameras. It has an HDMI port, and I guess it's the first phone I have seen with an HDMI port. And that simply lets you use it as a monitor. Now, you might expect something like professional monitoring features with this, of course, for the price we're talking about. False colors, peaking, waveforms, all these kind of things that you have come to expect from professional monitors, really. Unfortunately, pretty much all of them are missing from this phone, which is strange, to say the least. It seems like this is a really cool concept. It's a really great idea. And I've thought about this for many years, actually, because if you look at the small HD monitors, the 5-inch or 7-inch ones, they actually have become very popular simply because Small HD is able to source the screens from smartphone manufacturers. That's why, for a very long time I thought about this, and why is no smartphone manufacturer actually adding a feature to monitor the image from your camera on your phone, the phone you always have with you, right? So this is the next logical step. However, I think the execution could have been better. Japanese camera manufacturers, and that's not only Sony, but most of the Japanese camera manufacturers, they are really great with hardware. However, coming to the software side, this is where the Japanese manufacturers really lack, unfortunately. Because I think this price would be justified if you had a smartphone app on there, which would be a professional monitor. False colors, peaking, waveforms, split screen, all kinds of things that you can put into this, it's all missing. I mean, literally the only professional feature you have in the monitoring app is pinch in zoom, which is pretty nice. It works very nicely. So you can pinch into the screen. And the other thing is frame lines. You can superimpose frame lines just to help with your framing, but that's it. I think there's something that Sony can do. They should just really take this seriously and also take a page from other manufacturers. Let's take a lot of the Chinese manufacturers that are relatively new to the market for wireless monitoring. For example, the Xun app is amazing. It does all the things I just talked about in a smartphone app. So it's not rocket science, it can be done. They should definitely get their hands on this, because as soon as we have an app like this, the price is much more justified. But you might add, the monitor function is not everything in this. That's true, there is more that this phone of course can do. And the other thing is live streaming. You can live stream from this using your camera, so you don't need to go through a computer anymore, and that is pretty cool. So you can simply connect, for example, through the original YouTube app, you can start a live stream and use the 5G capabilities of this phone, or Wi-Fi of course, but it has proper 5G antennas, so even on the newest networks around the world really, you can transmit in 5G quality just using the camera and the phone, and that is pretty nice. The other thing is, there is tethered USB as well, so that means if you're a photographer, you take photos, you can directly transfer to an FTP. So if your client is sitting back at home or in their office and they're not on your shoot, you can transmit the photos directly through FTP. So this is my quick review of the Xperia Pro. I think, just to sum this up, it's really definitely a step in the right direction. For what it does right now, in my opinion, it is too expensive, because I could buy an Xperia 1 Mark II and a professional monitor and still pay less than for this phone alone. However, if you need the streaming capabilities and you really need to be on the go and you really need to be able to do this from anywhere, and we are in COVID times, you know, live streaming is everywhere now. So that's pretty cool. Just Sony, please lower the price a little bit and make that app better. And if there is a professional monitoring app for this, I will be the first one in the store to buy it because the idea is amazing. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to CineD for a lot more reviews and quick reviews like this one and gear news videos about new products. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.